A renewed period of painful reckoning for our national sport has begun. We're now waiting for 5 members of Canada's 2018 World Junior Hockey Team to turn themselves in to police in London, Ontario, to face sexual assault charges. As the alleged victim continues her 5-year-plus fight for justice, an entire sport faces the possibility of having some of its darkest secrets brought into the light.
We've had an investigation ongoing since early 2022. And London police, about a year ago, filed a motion to state that they had enough evidence they believed to file charges against 5 players. And that's where we have found ourselves today.
The complainant claims she willingly went to a London hotel room with one player back on June 19, 2018, but alleges other players showed up and she was assaulted. The players were at a gala event where members of Team Canada received their rings for winning the World Junior Hockey Championship. There is plenty of speculation over who those 5 players might be. At the same time, 5 former members of the team have taken a leave of absence from their current teams, including 4 NHL players.
We tend to be careful with connecting those dots right now because there have been no official charges made. But there are 5 players who are on their way back to Canada, apparently. And we know that the press conference on February 5th in London, that they'll have a better indication of who those players are and what the charges will be.
Police in London originally closed their investigation back in February 2019 without laying charges. The woman then sued Hockey Canada for $3.5 million. That claim was eventually settled out of court and exposed a so-called reserve fund that had been set aside for such lawsuits. That slush fund was partially funded by the registration fees of young players, both boys and girls. As Hockey Canada started cleaning house, a criminal investigation was relaunched in London. Toronto-based defense lawyer Alexander Karpenchev has been watching the case from a distance. He believes the woman could have a tough time proving her case in court.
The Crown needs to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. That can be very difficult in a case where there are no supporting witnesses and no confirmatory or corroborating evidence. Essentially, it's going to be her word against these 5 players.
While the outcome of the case is far from clear, the damage to the game of hockey is already done. Sportsnet.ca senior editor Paul Grant believes this will serve as a catalyst for change in the sport.
I think you'll see a different outlook and a different future for the game in terms of, with the little girls and little boys on the ice, they know they can love the game again.
The NHL has also been carrying out its own investigation. Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly says the league has nothing to share at this time. Cynthia Mulligan, City News.